Hey everyone, it's the Phoam Ranger, here another episode of Phoam Ranger Sports. This episode we are recapping a thrilling comeback win for Boise State women's basketball earlier this afternoon as they took down Colorado State by a final score of 62-59. Broncos advanced to 12-5 in the year, 3-3 conference play. Colorado State dropped to 13-4, 4-2 conference play. One thing I did not know going into this game, one thing to note going into this game was that Colorado State was on an 11-game road winning streak. So, that Broncos handed the Rams their first loss on the road in 12 games on the road, which is quite impressive since, again, Colorado State came to this one among the top in the conference. Again, they only lost one conference game going into today. And I thought this would be a tough game for the Broncos to win, and it was a tough, difficult game, but Boise State still found a way to win it. They definitely sealed it up pretty dang good in the fourth quarter, especially with Libby Hutton blocking a game-time three-point shot with like 1.9 left to preserve the win for the Broncos. So Colorado State got out ahead early, and they led at the end of the first quarter, 21-14. Broncos won the second quarter by 1 point, 12-13, to be down only 27-33, down 6. Broncos really flipped the script in third quarter, went down 9-17 to have a slim lead, like about 2 to 3 points, going into the final stanza. Broncos won the final stanza by 1 point, 18-17. To win by the final of 62-59. Game was playing in front of 1,831 fans. That final minute was intense, but again, the women did find a way to get the win. It was a massive win for the women this year. Again, in the preview, I mentioned that Colorado State going into this game since the 22-23 season, I believe Colorado State was 4-1 playing on the road against the Broncos. Now they're 2-3, or now they're 3-2 in last 5 played at Extra Mile Arena, formerly Taco Bell Arena. So in terms of the Rams players, Lexus Bargesser played 13 minutes. She was 4-12 from the floor, 2 of 3 for 3. Perfect, hit all 3 free throws. Had 4 boards, 2 fouls, 4 assists, 2 turnovers, 1 block, 2 steals, and 13 points. Hannah Rosniak, number 30, 31 minutes played, 4 of 9 from the floor, 3 of 8 for 3, 6 boards, 4 fouls, 1 turnover, 1 steal, 11 points scored. Madeline Bragg, 15 minutes played, 4 of 6. Overall, 1 offensive, 5 total boards, 4 fouls, 1 turnover, 2 blocks, and 8 points. Chloe Freb, 31 minutes played, 2 of 3 from the floor, 1 of 2 for 3. Hit both their free throws. 1 offense, 3 total boards, 1 foul, 1 assist, 1 turnover, 7 points. And Brooke Carlson, 33 minutes, 3 of 10 from the floor, 0 for 3 from 3. 1 board, 2 fouls, 2 assists, 2 turnovers, 1 steal, and 6 points. From the bench, McKenna Murphy, 16 minutes, 2 of 10 from the floor, 2 of 9 from 3. 3 boards, 3 assists, and 6 points. Jane at 5 was 2 of 4 from the floor, 1 of 2 from 3, and a board and a steal at 5 points. Marta Lemaine, 9 minutes, 1 of 1 from the floor, which was a 3-pointer, along with 1 assist, 1 turnover, 1 steal, and 3 points. Lexi Denon, 17 minutes, 0 from the floor, 3 offensive boards, 2 fouls, 1 turnover, 1 block shot, 1 steal. Overall, the Rams had 6 offensive boards, 28 total boards, 15 fouls, 11 assists, 12 turnovers, 4 blocks, and 7 steals. In the fourth quarter, they shot 8 of 19 from the floor for 42.1%, 3 of 8 for 3-point range for 37.5%, and were perfect 2 of 2 for charity stripe. In the second quarter, they were 4 of 13 from the floor for 31%, 4 of 10 from 3-point range. Third quarter, they were 3 of 11 for 27%, 1 of 7 from 3-point range for 14%, and hit both their free throw attempts. In the fourth quarter, They were 7 of 13 overall for 54%, 2 of 3 from 3-point range, and hit their long free throw attempt. Overall, they were 22 of 56 from the floor for 39%, 10 of 29 from beyond the arc for 34.5%, and hit all 5 free throws. 60 points of paint, 6 points off Bronco turnovers, 12 6 chance points, 5 fast break points, and 14 bench points. 5 ties and 8 lead changes in this game, a lot of which in the second half. For the Broncos, Tame Thompson played 37 minutes. She led all scorers in this game. She was 9 of 16 from the floor, 1 of 2 from 3-point range, and perfect from charity stripe, hitting all 6. 3 offensive, 7 total boards, 1 assist, 1 turnover, 25 points. Libby Hutton in the game, 28 minutes, 5 of 9 from the floor, clean 5 of 8 from charity stripe, 2 offensive, 6 total boards, 4 fouls, 1 assist, 1 turnover, block shot, and 15 points scored. Danny Bays, 34 minutes, was 4 13 from the floor, 2 of 6 from beyond the arc, and 2 2 from charity stripe, had 6 offensive, 11 total boards, 3 fouls, 5 assists, 2 turnovers, and 12 points. This was her first career double-double. Natalie Pasco, 36 minutes, 2 of 8 from the floor, 1 of 4 from 3, 3 boards, 1 foul, 1 turnover, 5 points. And Maya Hansen, 29 minutes played, 2 of 7 from the floor, 1 of 5 from 3, 1 offensive, 4 total boards, 3 fouls, 2 assists, 4 turnovers, 1 steal, and 5 points. From the bench, Morgan Maldonado, 11 minutes played, 2 boards. Izzy Harms, 9 minutes played, 2 boards and a steal. Mason Borcherding, 6 minutes played, 1 offensive, 2 total boards and 2 assists. Emily Howard, 3 minutes played, 0 for 2 from the floor, 1 offensive board and 1 turnover. Kendra Garza played for 3 minutes as well, 0 for 2 from the floor. Josie Stemner played 3 minutes, was 0 for 2 from the floor. Jada Lewis played a minute, was 0 for 1 from the floor. Kira Thompson saw a little action but not a full minute, and no stats. On all, the Broncos had 17 offensive boards, 42 total boards, 11 fouls, 11 assists, 10 turnovers, 1 block shot, and 5 steals. The first quarter, Broncos were a little cool. Overall, 4 of 17 for 23.5%, 1 of 3 for 3-point range, and 5 of 6 from charity stripe. Second quarter, they shot a little better, 5 of 16 from the floor for 31%, and the best 1 of 6 from beyond the arc for 17%, and 2 of 4 from charity stripe. Third quarter, they performed better, 6 of 12 from the floor for 50%, 1 of 3 from beyond the arc, and hit all 4 free throws. Fourth quarter, they were 7 of 15 from the floor for 47%, 2 of 7 from beyond the arc for 29%, and hit both free throws. Overall in the game, they were 22 of 60 for 37%, 5 of 19 from beyond the arc for 26%, and 13 of 16 for 81% from charity stripe. Broncos had 22 points in the paint, 12 points off turnovers, 19 second chance points, 3 fast break points. I think that's the first time in a little bit this season the Broncos beat the opponents in terms of points off turnovers. Again, Colorado State only had 6. Broncos doubled that up. So a real impressive game for the Broncos against arguably coming into this game, one of the top teams in the conference, and a team that has given the Broncos fits these past few years. So yeah, a heck of a major win for the Bronco women. In terms of points off turnovers, Colorado State got their 3 in the middle 2 quarters. Broncos got 3 in the first, 4 in the third, and 5 in the fourth. Second chance points. Rams got 7 in the first, 3 in the third, 2 in the fourth. Broncos 2, 5, 4, and 8. The only area where, well, one of only a few areas Colorado State did better than the Broncos had was bench points. They got 3, 3, 3, and 5. Broncos didn't get any points from the bench in this game for the first time a little bit that the Bronco bench was scoreless. Since like last year, I think it was like the UNLV or something like that. Like, no, not UNLV, but I think one game last year I struggle to remember if it was a win or not, but there was a game where might win the women, might win the men actually. That I think, I think it was the men that only the men starters in the game last year had points in a win. In terms of points of paint, Rams 16, 8 came in the first, 2 in the second. And then the other 6 got split between third and fourth quarters for the Broncos. 4, 4, 8, and 6 for 22. The only other stat the Rams beat the Broncos in was fast break points. They got 3 in the first, 2 in the fourth. Broncos got all 3 of theirs in the third quarter. So again, a hell of a win for the Broncos. Again, they got down early by as much as like about 10 points or so. Well, about 8 points actually was the largest deficit. Well, no, 9. 9 points was the largest deficit the Broncos faced in the first quarter and in the game. But the Broncos responded well. Again, went to half only down 6, and then second half took over and wound up being a really talented and really good Colorado State team. So this is, again, a massive win for the Broncos. Again, they beat the Rams at home today, earlier this afternoon, in a heck of a thrilling game. Again, the final few minutes was a little back and forth. The Broncos would score, then the Rams would score, the Broncos would score. And again, Libby Hutton, I believe, had that game-sealing block shot on a three-point attempt. Because that 3 went in, would have tied the game in. Maybe would have gone to overtime because at the time of that block shot, there was just under 2 seconds left. Yes, if find a minute, you can call a timeout. I think Boise State still had a couple left. Again, you can call a timeout and advance the ball into the front court. Still, heck of a win for the Bronco women again against a really talented Colorado State team. Up next, we'll play on Wednesday afternoon, the 14th at 6:30 p.m. when they take on the Miami Cowgirls. And I'll just take a look at the updated standings for women's basketball. Or at least maybe they might be going into today, I'm not sure. Nope, these are not updated, so San Diego State is undefeated conference play. They're 12-3 overall. UNLV is also undefeated in conference play, 11-5 overall. Dakota State's in third at 4-2 and 13-4 overall. New Mexico is 4-2 in conference play and 12-5 overall. The Broncos are now 3-3 in conference play, 12-5 overall. So now Broncos are 1, 2, 3, 4, basically 5th place. Maybe tied for 3rd or tied for 4th, something like that. Yeah, so again, Colorado State was one of the top teams going to this game. Again, they got the most wins overall in the conference. It's still real impressive, shown by the Bronco women. Again, beating a really talented and one of the top teams, like the 3rd best team in the conference, and Colorado State. I think it's also fitting, as I mentioned, about the what they did in terms of snapping Colorado State's streak of winning 11 straight road games. Because remember, Wednesday the Broncos beat Air Force, which snapped an 11-game road losing streak for the Broncos. So I think that was pretty impressive. And a great week for Boise State basketball. I think I've already said this, but I'm going to go ahead and give Danny Bays, the player of the game, and again, her first career double-double comes in a senior game. Well, comes in her senior year. Could give it to Team Thompson again, her 25 points, and she did do a considerable amount of damage in that final stretch. Still, Danny Bays, 6 offensive boards that helped us have those opportunities too. 11 points. Also 5 assists as well. That's why I'm going to give the player of the game for the Colorado State game to Danny Bays, and we could just look at the recap a bit and see what they say. See what BroncoSports.com says about the recap. It was also a career day for rebounding for Danny Bates. The 11 is a career high for her. Mason Borcherding in this game matched a career 2 assists. Hansen is to now tie 15th in program history for career 3s made with 132. Sharing the spot with Angie Evans, who played from 99-94. Broncos collect a season high 19 second chance points in the game. This was their first win over Colorado State since January 26, 2022, when they took a 69-64 victory. The Rams still lead the all-time series 18-15. Again, as mentioned, this was, again, going in this game, the Rams had won 11 straight road games. This is the Rams' first road loss since January 8, 2025, where they lost on the road to UNLV. So yes, a heck of an impressive, important win for the Broncos. One area they still need to do a little more on is the rebound. Again, they still gave up 6-0 boards and some 6 chance points to Colorado State. But again, they are definitely becoming more of a well-oiled machine. Doing a much better job at taking care of the basketball and limiting the opponent's ability to score off of our turnovers. And again, the season high 19 6 chance points is really impressive too. Again, as I mentioned, they will play Wyoming on Wednesday the 14th at 6:30 p.m.